Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Trailmakers, and today we're going to be attempting to build a TIE Interceptor, or something at least similar to that. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but we're going to go through the trials and tribulations of building such a thing and see what comes of it. Now, this came from the comments on the last episode in which we built this awesome-looking Delorean. Some of you asked for Star Wars stuff. Some of you asked for TIE fighters. I didn't see TIE Interceptor in particular, but I feel like the TIE Interceptor is the cooler looking of the TIE fighters. So I figured that that's what we'd give a try today. So if you didn't see the Delorean episode, go ahead and check that out, and you can see this thing being built. But one thing to address with this before we move on to the TIE Interceptor is that the speed gauge, I didn't realize the reason why it wasn't working is because that arrow actually indicates the direction in which it's measuring the speed. And that confused me because the logic gates also have very similar arrows, but these arrows have nothing to do with direction. It's just simply indicating the input and output. So I thought that was just going to be output, and it didn't really matter what direction that it was facing. But apparently, if I just turn this thing to face in the right direction here, then we should have the appropriate speed triggers. So I'm just going to put this thing down in the middle here, and I have it currently to 88 kilometers an hour because 141 kilometers an hour, which equals 88 miles an hour, was actually a little bit too difficult to reach with this thing because it's so heavy. But now, once this reaches 88 kilometers an hour, it should trigger the fire trail effect, or rather, it's just going to be a smoke effect. But we actually already have smoke from the dirt, so I don't know how well it's going to do. All right, let's see. Can we go up onto the... We're actually not even reaching 88 with this. We're going to go up onto the road here. I'm going to use my boost. There we go. You can see it gets triggered. Uh-oh. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and fly away now because it's not safe here. All right, so let's head back to the starting area, and we're going to use that to work on our TIE fighter. All right, coming in for the soft landing, and... nailed it. So for the TIE fighter, what I was thinking is doing a really small TIE fighter because this seat kind of is the perfect shape already for the cockpit of the TIE fighter. So what if we can build it to scale where this is the entirety of the cockpit? I don't know how possible that's going to be building it so small when it comes to aerodynamics and actual control. We're probably not going to be that flyable now that I'm thinking about it. But you know what? Let's try it anyway. And you know what? I know I'm going to keep calling this thing a TIE fighter in this episode unintentionally, but I just want to address this really quick for all of you in the comments who are about to say, ScrapMan, it's not a TIE fighter, it's a TIE Interceptor. When you Google TIE Interceptor, right here, Google tells you from the Disney Wiki fandom that a TIE Interceptor was an advanced type of TIE fighter. So a TIE Interceptor is a TIE fighter. Not all TIE fighters are TIE Interceptors, but all TIE Interceptors are a type of TIE fighter, according to the Disney Wiki. So you can leave the comments alone when it comes to that, okay? Thank you. All right, so now it's time to start building the structure of our TIE fighter. I have some images on my other monitor here, and I'm hoping that I could build something that looks moderately like it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I kind of was hoping to use these wings as like a primary part of the wings of the TIE fighter, I guess you would call them. But by the looks of it, they might be too steep of an angle, but maybe we can get away with using it somehow. We'll have to experiment with this. Well, let's get building. Okay, welcome to the TIE Interceptor shape, ladies and gentlemen. I have not tried to fly this thing because I know it's not gonna fly, but I'm gonna try now so that you guys can witness it. I basically just made the aesthetics of it so far, and I put the controls on it and some thrust on it. I don't know what I'm gonna do to make it fly, though. I mean, it's got no aerodynamics, so we're not gonna be able to maintain a straight trajectory. I don't know how heavy it's gonna be as far as like, oh, I forgot to do some coloring on one of the sides here to make it even. But as far as being able to maintain a straight trajectory, I really don't think we're gonna be able to do that without adding some wings on it somewhere, somehow, which I honestly don't see how to do it without ruining the aesthetics. But let's see. Oh, well, would you look at that? It can go up in the air. However, I know that once we go straight, we're gonna start losing altitude a lot. Oh boy, okay, oh. And we lost our wing, which does not make things good for us. All right, but I'm really satisfied with how this thing at least looks so far. I mean, and I'm pretty sure I got full control over it. I didn't actually test it out, so I should be able to like roll. Yeah, there we go. Oh boy, pitch is too strong, actually. We have to lower our pitch a little bit. All right, and I also have yaw, so that's good. Oh, and I meant to add some things to the tips of the wings to look like guns, but even though we have guns, the guns are not gonna look good. We're not gonna be able to put the actual guns on in a suitable way. So what I'm gonna do instead is use these new pipe pieces. I love these 1x1 pipe pieces here. They are so useful for a multitude of things. There we go. That's starting to look like a TIE Interceptor. I almost said TIE Fighter, but I stopped myself, even though I wouldn't have been wrong anyway. All right, so basically what I was hoping to do is originally I wanted to make it, I guess it would have been a little bit smaller or a lot smaller because I wanted this angle here to be, oh, where did that go? Oh, there it is. To be made up of this type of wing piece. But as you can see, the angle here is way too steep compared to like an actual interceptor wing. So I'm trying to figure out how to give this thing lift so that when we fly straight with our thrust, so that we can actually not be falling from gravity. Because right now we have to angle ourselves upwards in order to fight against gravity, and even that isn't really that effective. However, I am curious, what if I just attach these to the inside like this? We could just use these aerodynamic blocks to just put her right there, and we'll just color code it as well, just like that. I think that actually, that hides a lot better than I thought it was gonna hide, to be honest. I did not expect it to hide that well. Unfortunately, I think the angle that these are gonna close in, it might not be a good enough angle for this to really catch much vertical lift, but we'll find out. All right, that actually, I like the design of that. This looks better than like the original TIE Fighter design, like on the inside there. So let's see if this gives us any of an easier time of actually flying. I mean, it looks pretty cool when it bends in like that. All right, so hopefully we can pitch ourselves up here, start going forward. And no, we really do have to keep going up a little bit. I'm wondering if we can add any more. We really need horizontal lift or horizontal wings to give us vertical lift. Actually, turning works. Because we turn like that, and then it actually gives us lift. So we can actually, like, we pitch sideways and we turn. Well, when we pitch sideways and then we turn, we actually don't fall from gravity, even if we're horizontal with our thrust. So that's kind of cool. Now, how do we keep this kind of wing thing going? All right, so the smallest that we have for wings. Well, can we fit these? Oh, if this fits, ooh, that could give us some vertical lift there. But the wings aren't gonna close in on that, I don't think. Oh, it just it collides, but it's not actually having like a collision effect. It's just kind of absorbing into it. That might be tolerable. It's just gonna make the profile of these connectors to our wings a lot bigger. Let's see if it gives us enough lift to even offset any of the gravity. All right, here goes nothing. All right, go up, please. Oh, we're gonna need some more thrust as well. And that's not good. Oh, okay, we went through a hoop of fire, so that's good. All right, but going straight, we clearly don't have a lot of vertical lift. Those are not helping us out enough. Oh, I don't want to destroy the aesthetics of this. It looks amazing so far. I really want it to just work as is. You know what we might be able to do? This might ruin some aesthetics, but I have to try. What if we offset the gravity with a gimbal jet somewhere? Because we can't get any lift with our wings in a suitable area. So what if we actually put, like, is that going to ruin the aesthetics of it? I mean, it looks kind of cool still. Or maybe we can, like, stick it somewhere inside here. It'll be a little bit more inconspicuous and might... Oh, but then... Is the whole wing disconnected now? All right, now we got to do whatever I did here on the other side. I just got to keep track of what I'm even doing. All right, let's see what kind of power this gives us, if any lift power at all. So we press space. I mean, they're trying. They're trying something. It's just not really working to our advantage here. All right, well, let's just see what happens. Let's go up straight. Let's give ourselves some thrust and hold that down. And what does it do to us? Can we fly straight? Hey, this isn't too bad. This is actually not too bad at all. This might be working. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to land, though, is the thing. All right, let's see, because we can't really, like, slow down for a landing. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no, I lost control. I love the way it destroys and tumbles itself. Okay, so I had them linked to two different... I had to thrust and the gimbal jets on two different buttons just so I could see what they did separately, but I think the best bet now is to just link them together onto one key, and they're just going to work together. Or I could have the gimbal jets always on. There's really no reason to not have them on. Let's do that. Let's have the gimbal jets always on. All right, so the gimbal jets should be on by default, and it looks like they both are. So let's go ahead and face upwards, press space, and let's see how easy it is to just fly. Okay. Man, our, what do you call it? Our pitch is still feels a little bit too sensitive. But we need the sensitive pitch in order to pitch ourselves up to lift off in the first place. So it's kind of like a cost benefit of it. But I feel like we can drive pretty straight. Here, let me see how how straight can I go above the surface of the water without falling into it. There we go. Okay. All right, yeah, so we do need to pitch up just a little bit to not fall to the ground, which is unfortunate. But for the rest of the controls, it feels really nice and it looks awesome. Like, and look at this. I wish we could actually have shooting cannons on this thing. We could, but I don't think there's a way to put like small compact shooting cannons, and that it's gonna ruin the look if we use the actual cannons in the game. So I think just having those on the front is the best substitute, even though they don't function. All right, so now the question is, are we actually gonna be able to land this thing? I don't know if we're gonna be able to land this thing at all, like without hurting ourselves, but let's find out. We're gonna have to come in like vertically like this. We did it! We did it without knocking any pieces off. That's awesome. All right, so the only thing I want to test out now, like the only thing that's making this less than amazing for control is the pitch. So let's see, can we lower the pitch to a level where it's not going to be excessive, but can also still get us off the ground? So let's try 0.4. All right, we can still rock ourselves back. That's good. All right, cool. So if you rock ourselves forward and then back, we can start facing up to lift off. All right, so now how does it feel? Here's the pitch now. It does feel much more manageable. Like, we're able to fly this thing around pretty well. You think we could take it through that cavern there? We have to try. We can't just not try, right? All right, the control is floaty, though. It is really hard to... I mean, then again, these things are supposed to be in space, and how floaty is space in real... Oh, we totally missed... We totally missed the cavern. Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right, so let's test the limits of this thing. Let's, I want to do some mid-air crashes with this. I want to just kind of like graze something, have a wing fly off, then watch it just crash and burn to the ground like a Star Wars style takeout, I guess. I don't know what takedown, or just shooting down the TIE fighters. Like, I want to have something that feels like I just got shot down by the good guys here. All right, I can't believe we just took off like that, by the way. I was just like, why not try it? All right, so I think the best way to do what I want to do, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, this is going to be hard. This is not going to be easy to do. Let's try to go through this hoop. Maybe this hoop will just give us that, not the hoop, but the archway. Maybe this will give us the effect that we're looking for if we just try something cool. Uh-oh. We're missing a part of our wing. We can still fly, though. We can still kind of fly. Oh, no, this is hard. This is really, really difficult. Oh, we're crashing and burning. We're crashing and burning. No. Oh, well, I was hoping for an explosion there. That was very anticlimactic. All right, well, let's try to get something more climactic then. So I was thinking, like, trying to catch or graze the edge of one of these hoops might be a good way to take a wing off. But that in and of itself requires precision flying, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Let's see if we can turn around here. Go back up. There we go. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. Oh, we just missed. I wasn't trying to go through the hoop. I was trying to graze the edge of it with, like, my wing. I want to just take an entire wing off at once. I think that'd look really awesome if we could do that. All right, come on, fly into... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now we're pulling off stunts unintentionally. All right, what if I graze the ground here? Oh, there we go. That looked pretty good. Can we keep going? No, we can't. We're just going around in circles. And explosion. Yes! All right, we got an awesome explosion. All right, well, you guys seem to really like the Delorean video, so I figured I'd give the TIE Interceptor video a try. Let me know what you guys thought of this, and if you want to see other attempts at building things that are based off of, I guess we're doing, like, movie builds in Trailmakers, which is kind of cool. Not really what I planned on doing. It just, these suggestions seemed fun. What is this chicken doing here? Why do you guys walk like that? It creeps me out. Look at his eyes. He doesn't even care. He has not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. Not a care. Oh, now he cares about something. He cares about something. All right. Well, like I said, leave those comments down below if you have any other ideas of things that you'd like to see. I really enjoyed this build, and I'm really happy that at least it's not the most perfect and easy to fly thing, but it is flyable in the way that I at least want to fly it. So I'm really happy with that. We're going to end with another crash here. Make sure you're subscribed if you enjoyed content like this, because that's what we do on this channel. We create stuff and look at creative stuff and creative games like this. And go ahead and check out some of those other videos if you haven't seen the rest of my channel. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.